शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदं तं भक्तानां एकदन्तमुपास्महे। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुमध्ये स्थितं विश्वं विश्वमध्ये स्थितो गुरुः गुरुर्विश्वं न चान्योऽस्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अनन्तार्यतनूजातं सायिनाथसमप्रभं भरद्वाजमहं वन्दे सर्वसिष्यफलप्रदम्। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्रीमात्रे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्रीमात्रे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं श्रीमात्रे नमः। श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला मनोरूपेक्षुकोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका निजारुणप्रभापूरमज्जद्ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला चम्पकाशोकपुन्नागसौगन्धिकलसत्कचा कुरुविन्दमणिश्रेणी कनत्कोटीरमण्डिता अष्टमी चन्द्रविभ्राजदलिकस्थलशोभिता मुखचन्द्रकलङ्काभमृगनाभिविशेषका वदनस्मरमाङ्गल्यगृहतोरणचिल्लिका वक्त्रलक्ष्मीपरीवाहचलन्मीनाभलोचना नवचम्पकपुष्पाभनासा दण्डविराजिता ताराकान्तितिरस्कारी नासाभरणभासुरा कदम्बमञ्जरीक्लुप्तकर्णपूरमनोहरा ताटाङ्कयुगलीभूततपनोडुपमण्डला पद्मरागशिलादर्शपरिभाविकपोलभूः नवविद्रुमबिम्बश्रीन्यक्कारीरदनच्छदा शुद्धविद्याङ्कुराकारद्विजपङ्क्तिद्वयोज्ज्वला कर्पूरवीटिकामोदसमाकर्षद्दिगन्तरा निजसल्लापमाधुर्यविनिर्वर्तिस्तकच्छपि मन्दस्मितप्रभापूरमज्जत्कामेशमानसा अनाकलितसादृश्या चुबुकश्रीविराजिता कामेशबद्धमाङ्गल्यसूत्रशोभितकन्दरा कनकाङ्गदकेयूरकमनीयभुजान्विता रत्नग्रेवेयचिन्ताकलोलमुक्ताफलान्विता कामेश्वरप्रेमरत्नमणिप्रतिपणस्तनी नाभ्यालवालरोमालिलतापलकुचद्वयी लक्षरोमलताधारता समुन्नेयमध्यमा स्तनभारदलन्मध्यपट्टबन्धवळित्रया अरुणारुणकौसुम्भवस्त्रभास्वत्कटीतटी. Till now we had seen here, right? We have
Didn't
to
we cover Ratna Kinkinikaramya Rashanadhama Bhushita? 39th Nama.
Yes. The waistband also it is covered. Yes. Ratna Kinkinikaramya Rashanadhama Bhushita. And from 39th we have to start. Okay. So as usual, this is also till, as I mentioned, from the 6th line to 18th line in Lalita Sahasranama. We have to chant them as a single name but not breaking them in between. So the 39th nama we have to pronounce it like this is a 16 letter nama and we have to pronounce it as, if we need to chant it as a single nama, we can add Om and Namaha as usual. And Om कामेशज्ञातसौभाग्यमार्दवोरुद्वयान्वितायै नमः। ఓం కామేశజ్ఞాతసౌభాగ్యమార్దవోరుద్వయాన్వితాయై నమః. ఓం కామేశజ్ఞాతసౌభాగ్యమార్దవోరుద్వయాన్వితాయై నమః. ఓం కామేశజ్ఞాతసౌభాగ్యమార్దవోరుద్వయాన్వితాయై నమః. ఓం కామేశజ్ఞాతసౌభాగ్యమార్దవోరుద్వయాన్వితాయై నమః. So in this, Mahaprana is only one Mahaprana, which is in the Saubhagya. Yes. So if we need to break the words, Kama plus Isha. Kamesha is a single name of Shiva, but you can break it as Kama plus Isha. Kama means what? Kama plus Isha. Kamesha. Only to Kameshwara. The meaning it can be referred as only to Kameshwara. Gnata means known. Telisina. Saubhagya means whichever is auspicious. Okay. Mardava means very soft. Whichever it is very soft is referred as Mardava. Mettani leda mruduvaina, which is going to be very soft. Smooth. Urudvaya means the thigh position, right? We have two thighs. So dvaya, as we mentioned, two. So now urudvaya, because we have two legs with the two thighs. So two twice. Dvaya means here they are mentioning to pair, the pair of thighs. Anvita, she's having. So the external or the gross meaning of this nama is goddess is having two thighs which are auspicious, and it is known to only to Kamesha, who is Shiva. So when we are referring here Kamesha word, we have to consider that nama, whichever is the form or the incarnation responsible for creation of this universe. He was a single person and he wanted to see himself as like a multiple into this entire universe, which is nothing but a want for him, which we are calling it as a Kama. And from there, this Kamesha Shabda, we have given it to him. And from there only this total universe has been created. So the Kameshwara padam eppudu vachina సృష్టి సంకల్పం కలిగిన శివునిగా చెప్పుకోవాలి. So he have that wish to create this entire universe. Whenever this Kamesha name comes, that means that he is the form of the Shiva who wished to create this entire universe. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeti. This is what it was mentioned as per Shruti. ఒంటిగింట రామలింగంగా ఉన్న పరమేశ్వరునికి ఒక కోరిక కలిగిందంట. ఒంటరిగా ఒక్కడిగా ఉన్న అతడు ఎక్కువ మందిగా అవ్వాలనేది ఆ కోరిక. ఆ కోరిక ఫలితంగానే యావత్ ప్రపంచం వ్యక్తమైంది. He was like a single man, but once upon a time he got a wish that he would like to see himself as the multiple forms, and with that wish only this complete universe has been created. ఇలా ఎక్కువ మందిగా అవ్వాలనే కోరిక నిండుగా ఉన్న స్థితిలోని పరమేశ్వరుణ్ణి కామేశ్వరుడు అంటారు. When he was in a single form and he is having a full wish that he would like to create this entire universe and to see himself in the multiple forms, that form is called as Kameshwara. అందుకు సహకరించిన ఆయన శక్తిని మహాకామేశ్వరి అంటారు. We always refer goddess as Shakti, right? So whatever the
we always refer
goddess as Shakti. So the Shakti of Shiva is none other than Parvati or goddess. So the Shakti or the energy that has helped Kamesha to fulfill his wish to create this universe or to see himself from the single form to the multiple forms is Mahakameshwari. We consider goddess in the form of Mahakameshwari. ఈ అమ్మవారిని కేశాది నాభి పర్యంతం ఇంతకు పూర్వం వర్ణించడం జరిగింది. సో So we already explained how the goddess has fulfilled that wish from creation of this universe, and also how she has been created to after creation there will be good and bad both, right? So to demolish or destruct the bad or the evil and to protect the good. So all these things we had considered and we had described in the earlier namas. It was already described. Keshadinabi. So from the starting head position to the Nabhi position, we explained in the earlier namas. If you see till 38th nama, how the Nabhi is there, how the waist is there, and that's where the waistband of the waist also it was explained. And for that, how the examples were also given. All upmanalu kuda cheppam. So in this namam, in this particular namam, we didn't mention any of such upmana. If you see from the first, from the head to the nabhi, we started with the eyes, means like how the eyes are described, and with the examples, how the uses of the eyes and how it is compared to against. So everything we had given completely with the examples when we are comparing it with some the greatest thing. But here in this case, we are not describing that description of Urudvaya because it is known to only to Kamesha.
Only Shiva.
The name of self indicates Kamesha Jnata. He only knows that. So that is the appropriate if we are not going to explain the examples to this particular part because he only knows, no one knows that. కేవలం సర్వజ్ఞుడైన కామేశ్వరునికి మాత్రమే తెలిసిన ఊరువులు అమ్మవారివి. ఓన్లీ టు కామేశ్వర హీ నోస్ హౌ ద ఊరూస్ ఆర్, హౌ ద థై పొజిషన్స్ ఆర్. అందుచేత ఉపమానాలు వేయకుండా ముక్తసరిగా లావణ్యము లాలిత్యంతో కూడిన సౌభాగ్యవంతమైన అనే విశేషణాలే వేసి కామేశ్వరునికి మాత్రమే తెలిసిన ఊరువులు అని ఊరుకున్నారు వ్యాస మహర్షి. So that is the reason Vyasa Maharshi, he didn't give any such examples and he just mentioned that these are very auspicious and soft, smooth. That's it. He didn't mention any of examples to compare it against to. So then Ras, this is the gross meaning and we will see is there any astrological or astronomical significance to this nama. Rasi Chakramlo 9వ రాశి అయిన ధనుస్సు తొడలను ఉపదేశాన్ని కూడా సూచిస్తుంది. So, as per this zodiac symbol,
Sagittarius.
Yes. So that is being referred to this particular body part of thigh, as per that Rasi Chakra, as per the zodiac signs which we have. 9th zodiac sign, which is Sagittarius, which is referred to this particular body part, thigh. విద్యా శిక్షణలో సాధారణంగా you see there is an example they are given why they are referring it to this particular position. So you might have seen like in the olden days whenever you go to Gurukula they used to give a punishment, right? And in recent times also we are seeing like there is a scientific significance for that. When there is a punishment given and we cross, and whenever we go and pray to Vinayak also, we'll use this posture which is relevant to the yogic practices as well as there is some scientific significance which was proven to these particular positions, and especially these things will be used during the Gurukula. When kids go or children go for the teacher and they'll give a punishment to give the sit-ups holding the ears in this position opposite direction and make them to do the sit-ups. That is one punishment. And the other punishment is when they are not properly chanting or doing something, they'll try to pinch on the thigh position. Did you ever see most in the olden days?
From my great grandmother, no, she used to do that.
Yeah. So if any kid or if any student they are not focusing on the lecture which is being discussed during the teaching, so that time they mention it as, we call it in Telugu as Todapasham. I don't know what is called it in Tamil.
I don't know.
So or else in this position. చెవి మెలిపెట్టడం. We'll try to pinch in this position in the near the earlobe.
That my father used to do.
అమ్మవారికి సంబంధించిన సౌభాగ్య మార్తవ మంత్రోపదేశాలు వాటిని సమన్వయం అయ్యవారికే తెలుసు అనే సూచన ఈ నామం. దట్స్ వాట్ ఇట్ వాస్ మెన్షన్. ద అస్ట్రాలజికల్ సిగ్నిఫికెన్స్ ఫర్ దిస్ పర్టికులర్ nama is only that was mentioned to the thigh position, whichever the Sagittarius it is referring to. And they didn't mention any of apart from that. Might be probably when you do, they'll get focus and they will try to more concentrate during the teaching. They're mentioning to this part. అమ్మవారికి సంబంధించిన సౌభాగ్యం. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఆస్పీషియస్నెస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ రెఫర్డ్ ఇన్ ద వర్డ్స్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మెన్షన్ సౌభాగ్య అండ్ మార్తవ. దీస్ two words that was mentioned in this particular nama. As per Mantropadesa, these two words are referred, and it is known to only to, the reference is known to only to Shiva. We don't know why did they mention this as part of this particular Martava and Saubhagya. These are the auspicious words, right? So the auspicious words referring to the Saubhagya and Martava of the thighs are known to only, the references are known to only to Shiva. We can't even explain about these references also. How is it correlating? Why is it correlating? So till this particular nama we used to correlate, right? Why is it correlate? But now there is no correlation because we don't know. If we know, anyone can able to. So Vyasa, he himself couldn't able to correlate, means how can we able to correlate? So he didn't give any things in this particular. So now as per the Nyasa, so Nyasa Prakriya Prakaram, as we referred in other namas also, because we have Urudvaya, pair of thighs, right and the left. U, these are the two letters or akar, they are using for during the Nyasa Prakriya. So రెండు ఊరులను లతో సంకేతిస్తే ఆ రెండింటిలో సౌభాగ్యాన్ని, టూ వర్డ్స్ వి మెన్షన్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్, రైట్? సౌభాగ్య అండ్ మార్ధవ. refers to సౌభాగ్య, refers to మార్ధవ. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ మెన్షన్డ్ యాజ్ పర్ ది మంత్రశాస్త్ర. ఈ సౌభాగ్య మార్ధవాల సంధానకర్తి అయిన అమ్మవారు అయ్యవారికి సమగ్రంగా తెలిసేది. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ద రిలేషన్, హౌ ఇట్ ఈస్ టు బి డన్. The Sandhana, it was known only to Kamesha. So that's it, it was mentioned for 39th Nama. And 40th Nama, coming to this, this is also a 16 letter word, and we have, if anyone want to chant it as a single Nama, as we know each Nama has one application to one Nama, so they can refer it as ఓం మాణిక్యమకుటాకార జానుద్వయ విరాజితాయై నమః. 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 So in this, Manikya is one word, Makutakara is another word, Janudvaya Virajita. Total 4 words if you want to break and have the Pratipadartha. Manikya, whatever we know, right? This is a stone. Manikya, whichever is related to the stone Manikya. Manikya, what is mean referred here. Makutakara means the crown shaped. If the crown is there, how the shape of the crown is there, that particular shape. If that crown is shape is being decorated with certain stones, that is what it is mentioned. Janudvaya means the knee positions. They are referring to the knees of goddess Lalitama. How the knees, the 2 knees are described. Virajita means she is glorified with the 2 knees which are in the shape of the crown, which is decorated with the stones which is related to the Manikya. సో ఒక పెద్ద మాణిక్యంతో ఒక మకుటాన్ని, అంటే ఒక కిరీటాన్ని తయారు చేస్తే ఆ కిరీటం యొక్క ఆకారం ఎలా ఉంటుందో అమ్మవారి మోకాటి చిప్పలు అలాంటివి ఉంటాయంట. ఇఫ్ అట్ ఆల్ వి మేక్ ఏ క్రౌన్ which is of with Manikya stone, so how that crown will be looking like. So like that goddess knees are looking. It was being referred here. With that sort of knees, she's looking so beautiful. క్రిందటి నామంలో ఊరుద్వయం, ఈ నామంలోని జానుద్వయం ఈ రెండు గుహ్యమైనవి. సో these are the secret parts, right? So we can't, they're not describing to such
Describe.
extent like in the other namas, in these two namas, even the urudvaya as well as the janudvaya.
Janudvaya.
Yeah. ఈ రెండింటిలో ఊరుద్యం గుహ్యతమం, అందుకే ప్రస్తుత నామంలో జానువులకు మాణిక్యం ఒకటార. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ మోస్ట్ సీక్రెట్ పార్ట్. సో దాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ that was not mentioned in the earlier name. At least in this name we are referring it to the crown, so it's more deeper, right? So it was not mentioned much, any different, any examples were not given, it was not compared to any of the, no correlation, nothing. But in this name at least they are referring to the crown shaped with some of the stones which is related to the manikya, it was mentioned. పూర్వపు ఊరుద్వయానికి విశేషణాలే చెప్పారు కానీ ఉపమానాలు చెప్పలేదు. They just described the adjectives, how smooth it is, how it is soft, but they didn't give any examples. But in this name they had given a comparison to the manikya makutakara, the crown which is of that particular shape when it was made with some of the stones called manikya. మాణిక్య కిరీటాన్ని పోలిన మోకాలి చిప్పలు కలిగినది అని నామానికి అర్థం. So only one name.
Manikam is also in red color on
Yes.
Vishnu.
Yes.
Ruby.
Yes, ruby it is.
Ruby is called as Manikya.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know.
The name is there, right, in Tamil also.
Manikam. Yes.
So that's what I thought you guys will know.
Yeah, I know. But I was thinking, what is the color?
Okay. That it's a sort of not full red, I can say, pinkish red or something, pinkish sort of. See, when you see externally at first glance, it won't be that much red. When it is broken or something, you can find me able to see that color very somewhat. We like that color. Most of the people will, because it's a sort of mixed color. It gives that appearance. So 41 nama Indragopa Parikshipta Smaratuna Bhajangikaye Namaha. This is also a 16 letter nama, and if at all we need to chant nama as a single nama with the application point of view, so we can mention it as Om Indragopa Parikshipta Smaratuna Bhajangikaye Namaha. 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 So in this Bha, Ghi or the Mahapranas, two Mahapranas are there. Smaratuna Bhajangi.
Bhajangi. Bhajangi.
Bha and Ghi. Indragopa means Arudra Purugucheta, means they are referring to an insect which is named Arudra. Indragopa means Parikshipta, chuttunu podakabadina, means whichever that insect, it is having a border or it is having a sort of finishing to that particular insect they are referring to. Let's go into deeper when we see Smara, as we discussed in the earlier namas. Manmada is also called as Kama or Smara. Then Tuna Ammula Podulato. Here I want to just check what is exactly in Ammula Podalato. We will go to that. Abha, Oppu, Leda, Jangika means but this is also, it was referred to the Pikalu, like that it was mentioned. So if you say Ammulapada means if the arrows will be there in a storing place, లెట్స్ గో ఇన్ టు దట్, దెన్ ఐ విల్ ఆల్సో. ఈ నామంలో 16 అక్షరాలు కలిపి ఒకేసారిగా చెప్పాలి. సో సమ్ పీపుల్ ట్రై టు ప్రొనౌన్స్ దిస్ యాజ్ ఇంద్రగోప పరిక్షిప్త, లైక్ దట్ దే బ్రేక్ ద వర్డ్స్ విచ్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి బ్రోకెన్ ఇన్ టు వర్డ్స్. It has to be continuously, we have to chant all 16 letters. Indragopa parikshipta smaratu, Indragopa parikshipta smaratuna bhajangikaye namah.
Bhajangikaye namah.
Okay, I was trying to explore Arudra Purgu, and then there is air worm, it is mentioned. Arudra Purgu means
What is that?
air worm. Just check. A lady
Air
bird.
worm.
Any they also mentioned it as ladybird.
Ah,
Did you see that?
I'm seeing. It's not ladybird, but then it is actually very beautiful. In separately, if I see one insect, many insect together, it's so different. I'll send you the picture, Vishnu. They have sent
I'm just
on the top. On the top itself, it's like velvet.
WhatsApp.
Huh?
WhatsApp did you send?
Velvet. WhatsApp.
I can't. I don't know, something is wrong. I am yet to see. I didn't get the message yet.
Okay.
They are mentioning
yeah. I didn't click
even
send button.
even in the earlier nama this came, but not the insect. Like it looks the color of, Kuruvinda we say, right? Hey, it looks like, is it an insect? It looks like exactly the velvet.
Yeah, it looks like that velvet thing, no? It's
flower.
very cute to see one insect, but then there is a group of insects. I saw it is so different.
But the texture exactly, it is like velvet.
Velvet, no?
Yes. Okay.
I'm sending you the group of insect one, but then they have.
So the foot position we call like they are referring to. Why did I'm not sure, directly it came to the Pikalu in Telugu. It was mentioned which body part they are referring to. I'm a little confused. The reason because it won't go directly after the knee position to the feet position, right? It should be in between. So the leg, if it is in between the feet and the knee position, what you call it as the knee and the feet position. We have this.
Which is knee, by the way, Vishnu? Or this one? No?
The knee. This is the knee.
Knee.
And
that's what Murangal. Murangal is that Manikya Makutakara Janatwaya Viraj.
No, knee we referred. Manikya. This is the Manikya.
Okay. Kanekal.
Below the knee and above the feet, we call this position as it will be soft and then little swollen position for the legs. That we call it as pikkalu in Telugu.
Kanekal. 1 second. I don't remember what is Kanekal. Let me see.
Calf. We say it as calf.
Kanekal means ankle.
No, it is not ankle. Now
Yes.
see, immediately it won't come to the ankle,
It
right?
will not come. It should.
Because we are coming from the head.
Kanukal. Hey, correct.
Calf.
Kanekal is the calf muscle. Kanukal is the this.
Kanekal, Kanukal.
Kanukal.
Oh,
Kal.
Kanukal
Not
means Kanukal means
Kanukal means that ankle position.
okay. Kanekal means calf position.
Kanekal means calf.
Okay, so now in this they're referring to that calf. See, look at that. Might be considering the adjective of that Arudra, airworm. What is it called in English? Is it airworm or ladybird? Is it or
I don't know. It's
something
not
it was
ladybird.
mentioned.
Ladybird will be very hard. No?
They had given it as airworm or something, and ladybird also in some of the places. ఆరుద్ర పురుగులు గురువింద గింజల్లాగా బాగా ఎర్రగా ఉంటాయి. దే ఆర్ ఆల్సో వెరీ రెడ్ ఇన్ కలర్. మన్మధుడే వాడే అమ్ముల పొదల మీద ఆరుద్ర పురుగులు పొదగబడి ఉంటాయి. ఓ ఓకే, దే ఆర్ సేయింగ్ ఆన్ ది యారోస్ విచ్ ద మన్మద విల్ హోల్డ్, on those arrows these insects are so many insects are there onto the arrow. They are fixed.
Oh my God.
These particular insects on the arrow of the Manmada. Appudu
So it is called as red velvet mite.
Red velvet mite.
Red velvet mite.
అప్పుడు అవి చూడడానికి చాలా అందంగా ఉంటాయంట. సో బికాస్ హిస్ arrows are completely covered with this insects of red velvet mite. Red velvet mite. సో అమ్మవారి 2 పిక్కలు సరిగా అంత రమణి. సో if one insect itself, if we are seeing it and it's so beautiful with the color and so many of such insects are there, means how it look as you saw just now. So that is what they are referring to, and might be the softness also, we don't know. We'll see. Yeah. శంకరాచార్యుల వారు కూడా సౌందర్య లహరిలో అమ్మవారి పిక్కల్ని ఇలాగే మన్మధుని అమ్ముల పొదలతోనే పోలుస్తారు. సో ఈవెన్ in సౌందర్య లహరి also they are referring to Manmada's goddess Lalita Mata's calf position to the Manmada's arrows position where they are positioned. That one it is referring to. అమ్ముల పొదలలో బాణాలు ఉండాలిగా అంటే ఒక్కొక్క పిక్క కింద పాదానికి 5-5గా ఉన్న వేళ్ళే ఆ బాణాలు అంటారు. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ ఎట్ ఆల్ ద ప్లేస్ వేర్ ద arrows are stored is called అమ్ముల పొద, right? That's what it is referred to. Ammu means arrow. Ammula poda means the arrows where it is being stored. The back one, Rama also will have. So that. So if that is if how that Ammula pada or the arrows position, it is covered with this sort of velvet mites, how it is described, if that is there, means the outer position, it should have arrows also in that, right? What are those arrows means? Here they are referring to the calf below. There are 5 fingers, right, for the feet. So that is the description they are mentioning too. Even that was only, it was mentioned in the Saundarya Lahari also, it was referred here. సామాన్యుల మీదకు 5 బాణాలు చాలు కానీ అసామాన్యుడైన శంకరుని జయించాలంటే రెట్టింపు బాణాలు ఉండాలని 10 బాణాలను 2 అమ్ముల పొదల్లో 5-5 చొప్పున పెట్టుకుని శంకరునిపై యుద్ధానికి వెళ్ళాడు అంటారు. So if at all a normal person he want to put the arrows, those 5 arrows would be sufficient. But if you need to put arrows onto Mahakamesha, who so that if Shiva who need to if he put those arrows onto Shiva, then he becomes Mahakamesha, right? So if he need to put onto Shiva, he himself as the greatest person, first person of the universe, then he need to take both the pockets of those arrows, and then he need to go and fight with Shiva by putting the arrows on him. He can't take this one particular one he was mentioning. అయితే బాణాలు
Krishna, just 2 minutes, I'll come. I want to use washroom.